Hello, it's Nancy today. Well, I was driving by this very interesting spot. I was looking down from the interstate and I could see the roof of a little house. It was an old metal roof and some outbuildings, and I could see that the trees were right up against it, and I was very interested, but I didn't push my button on the GPS. Later, I decided I'd go back and find out. So I went and turned around. I was on I-81 South. I went to I-81 North, and I went until I saw what I thought was the same place. But I couldn't really find it. So I turned around again, decided I'd go south. And then as I was going south, I saw it. And I don't know if this is the same place, but it's very interesting. And so I had my GPS ready so I could, the where am I thing. So I pushed the save, and it marked it. So I got off the interstate, and then I stopped my journey, stopped the GPS telling me where to go. And I found the GPS place that I had marked, and I brought it in, and then I pushed go. So I'm going now to find that place. So let's watch this journey and see how it plays out. So I'm near Staunton, Virginia. The road ends in 0.6 of a mile.
Continue 650 meters, then bear left on Walnut Creek Drive.
There, I think that's it. I think that's the rooftop I was interested in. This is not the same place that I really wanted to see.
Bear left on Walnut Creek Drive.
So this is Walnut Creek Drive here. Is this a drive or is this a driveway?
Continue 650 meters till address 333, on right. Bear left on Walnut Creek Drive.
No, I don't think I could go there. I think I've gone the wrong way. Okay, so I go up onto Walnut Creek Drive. That's this one.
Continue 600 meters till address 333, on right.
Well, that was the place I've already passed. Oops.
In 350 meters,
pretty.
arrive at address 333,
Okay, I'm going to turn
on right.
around now. What a beautiful house. What a big dog. So pretty here. I wonder if I can take it off and show it to you. Maybe I can show you that way. Okay, so the rooftop I saw, should be able to see it from here. There. It's right over. Where is it now? Is that it there? Yeah, right in there, that red right there. That was the rooftop. However, this is not, there it is. Easy to see now. This is not the same place that I had seen on the other journey. Look at that, it's a little horse barn. How pretty. Well, you never know who you're going to get showing up and driving around your place if they see something interesting from the highway. Sometimes I just have to stop driving and do something interesting for a minute. Okay, I'm following another lead. I did the same thing again, and I plotted it on the GPS where this house was. The house was completely overcome with trees, kind of like that one actually, you know. For sale. I wonder what much it costs. Look at this one, completely under the trees. So it's probably no big deal. It's probably just a house under the trees.
Turn left on Northley Highway.
But we get to go exploring around Staunton, Virginia. Somewhere. GPS routing not advised. Ha, interesting.
Continue 2.3 kilometers, then keep right on US 11.
New Providence Church. It was 6 miles south of Greenville, Virginia. Actually, that side's going to give you too much.
In 1.1 kilometers, keep right on US 11.
It's interesting that they have a sign that says GPS routing not advised. We need to have a sign like that near us. There's a road that people get sent down that's totally washed out in the
Keep
water.
right on US 11. Drive 3 kilometers, then turn left on Fallen Oak Drive. 1.4 kilometers. Turn left on Fallen Oak Drive.
I like to go exploring. It's more fun than just driving. It gives my mind a chance to do something.
Turn left on Fallen Oak Drive.
Okay, this is why GPS routing is not advised.
Drive 700 meters till address 137, on right.
Oops. Hello, how are you today?
Just fine. Can I help you?
Who's moving? Was it you or me? Is that your house up there? Is that all that's up there?
No.
Okay.
I live up there. My brother lives up there.
I'm from Canada and I'm driving to Georgia and I'm bored. I'm on the highway too long. So I was looking off the side and I saw a building, a house almost covered with trees all around it. And so I touched my GPS and I thought I'd try and find it. Am I near that? Is that your house?
That could be my house.
You probably don't want me to go up there and look at your house.
Well, I tell you what, it would be a bad time right now. My husband's not feeling well.
Right. I'll just drive up and go back.
Actually, it's all private road and
Oh,
my
is
dogs
that-
are loose. Yeah.
And this is private here
Yeah.
too? Okay, so how do I turn around? Is that the other direction right up above us?
The only thing see, this is all driveway.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I called it a lane, Fallen Oak Drive.
Mhm.
Okay.
And from Route 11, it's a driveway.
Okay.
And it goes to my brother's house, and then it goes to our house, which is back up on top of the hill. It's a mile. The driveway's a mile long.
I see.
But the only thing I would recommend would be to just back up, and where this other little driveway comes in, and turn around right there.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, well, I guess I didn't get to see it. But I found out that it is there. What a weird person she must think I am. But that's okay. She sure looked like a nice person.
Make a U-turn.
Okay, now I need to figure out where I'm going.
Turn right on US 11.
Traveling on I-81 south. We're near Glasgow, Virginia. Exit 180B to US 11 north to Fancy Hill. is the closest exit. That bridge says 680, Route 680. Natural bridge. You know, I've always been curious about that. I'll go have a look at it. Oh, Natural Bridge is on the other side. Wasn't that 180A on the other side? Strange. Now, is Natural Bridge a historic site or a town? Or is there a historic site in the town? There was a natural bridge somewhere.
Continue 5.2 kilometers, then keep right onto South Lee Highway.
Ah, a brown sign. Brown signs are interesting places. Yes. Oh, look at this. Isn't that interesting looking? Those are poppies. I'm at a rest area just outside of Statesville, between Statesville and Charlotte, I think. And I believe this is the edge of Lake Norman. So I parked my car. I'm gonna have a look at this lake, because I just need to get out and be away from that traffic for a while. I gotta get a place to stay, I guess. I guess I feel a little scared to get a place to stay. I don't like my car being outside of a hotel or something. Just always feel a little funny with that. But maybe if I'm in between cities, I don't like being in a city. I feel it's more dangerous there. Ooh, look at all the bugs. Smells like Georgia. A lot of movement in the water. I think it's because I came. Maybe not. Let's go up here. Looks like the water's way down there, but I think I'm just seeing the reflections. Oh, look at this. The honeysuckle's in bloom. Can't see much, can you? It's very quiet here. I bet there was an animal in the water up there that moved when I came. What does that say there? Oh, it's a nest box for a wood duck. There must be something in the water up there, making all these ripples. I think that tree is just laying on the water. Or just above it. That was neat. I'm going to go. Good morning. It's Nancy today. Hey, that's a little string that's coming up. I got that on already. What do I have to do now? I'm in Mooresville, Mooresville, North Carolina. The intersection of Highway 150 and 152. And I am about to embark on my last day of driving to Georgia. Just saved it. Been sitting here watching some robins. There's baby robins and there's big robins. And I'm backing up. I'm gonna go get on Highway 77. And it's Charlotte, it becomes I-85. Alrighty. You may have to speak up, ma'am. There, that's better. Now I'll be able to hear you. Alright, so I go that way. Okay, we're on our way. I was able to talk to two people this morning. Jen, who is down in Florida.
Turn left on West Plaza Drive, then turn left.
So I can talk to her on the phone. And also, I called... I'm not allowed to turn left here, darlings. Got a lot of gas. Yesterday I almost ran out of gas. It was so bad. I was running on fumes. It was below the empty. The light had been on. I got off the interstate because, you know, that really burns up your gas. So I got off that, well, I got off to look for the gas station. And there was no gas station at that exit. It was awful, just awful. I was so worried. I prayed, but still, even though I prayed, I did not have complete faith. Mary on the phone, however, did have complete faith. She was sure all would be well, which was very lovely. And so I drove along this little highway, this little back road, and I drove along this little highway, and then I found somebody in his driveway, and I stopped and I asked where the closest gas station was, and he said 5 miles. You better go get back on the interstate and go 5 miles. And then I went up a little further, and I couldn't figure out which way to get back on the interstate. I had turned somewhere, but I couldn't remember where. So I asked somebody else. Actually, I drove a little further down the road, and I was crossing a turn off to the right. I went, and I saw somebody in the middle of the intersection with their blinker on. So I pulled up next to him, knowing he couldn't go until I was out of the way. So I pulled up next to him, and asked him I told him I was driving on fumes, and where was the closest gas station. He says, 5 miles down this road, which is where the interstate was. But it was on the back roads. And luckily, it was all hills. I was in Virginia, and the hills were very steep. And so I was near the top of the hill already, so I got over to where I started going downhill. I put it in neutral. And then I sat there and waited as I went down the hill. Got faster and faster, and then I went almost to the top of the hill, and then I put it into drive when it was at about the speed that I needed to go at, which wouldn't use much gas. And I went over the top of the hill. Same thing. Put it in neutral, went down the hill and up the other side. Put it in drive. Did that about 4 times. Maybe 6 times. Here's a nice parking lot I can turn around in. I sailed right up into a gas station. Right to the pump. So amazing. Mary said, well, I knew you would. Of course, I said a little prayer of thank you right away. Okay, now which way do I go? Why do they want me to go that way? I thought the interstate was this way. Why aren't you talking to me? Say something.
In 1.6 kilometers, take ramp on right to US 21 South.
And then I talked to somebody else this morning on the phone, no, on Gmail, or on Facebook, and found out she was not living in Florida, but was not far away. I thought it was right on my way to Athens. So I thought, I'm going to stop and see you. Sure, this is great. She wanted to come and visit me in Athens on Friday. I thought, this is awesome. And then I realized that where she's working is actually 3 hours from where I'm going. I think I know now what I did wrong. Anyway, so we'll meet on Friday. Okay, north and south. Straight ahead for south. Statesville is north and Charlotte is south. And it is now 9:35. So I have missed the rush hour in Charlotte. Yes! Isn't that great? a wonderful time this morning. I think I got up about 7. And I went online. I was uploading videos all night long, little videos. They don't take long to upload. You know, the thing is, if you go to a nice hotel, if you go to a cheapo hotel, look at that. He's carrying bales of pine needles. Bales and bales and bales of long needle pine needles. It costs $7 a bale down here.
Turn left onto I-77 South.
Yes, ma'am. My friend Vanessa is in the South, and her daughter is so polite. April. Hi, April. And she says, yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. We were taught in school you always say yes, sir, yes, ma'am. You never just say yes or yeah. I wasn't taught to say excuse me when I couldn't hear. And I thought saying what when I can't hear it sounds so crass. What? What did you say? What? I didn't hear you. What? So my cousin Mary says, excuse me. And so I worked hard at that, and I learned to say excuse me. So now if I don't hear anybody say something, if I don't hear somebody say something, I say excuse me. Or if my kids say something that I don't agree with, I say, excuse me. It's a very multi-purpose thing. And also if you bump into somebody, you say, excuse me. Say, oops. And wave a little bit. Okay, I'm on my way. Down the way where the nights are gay and the sun shines daily on the mountain top. I took a trip upon a sailing ship, but when I reached Jamaica, I made a stop, but I'm sad to say I'm on my way. I won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston Town.
Continue 25 kilometers on I-77 South.
The sun shines daily on the mountain top. I took a trip upon a sailing ship, and when I reached Jamaica, I made a stop. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. I won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston Town. There must be more verses than that. Down the way where the nights are gay and the sun shines daily on the mountain top. I took a trip upon a sailing ship, but when I reached Jamaica, I made a stop. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. I won't be back for many a day. My heart is down. My head is turning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston Town. I've been to Kingston Town, Jamaica. Jamaica Farewell, I think is the name of that. Oh, this is the Norman something lake. Lake Norman. Not Norman something. Lake Norman. It's very pretty. But you know, it was so overgrown on the edge of the lake, I couldn't even see the lake. I could see little bits of it. And it was so clear and reflecting that it looked like it was farther from the shore, like down. But it was right at the top, right level with the trees and the whatever. Level with my feet. Well, there you are. There you have it. An update from Nancy today. Never do tomorrow what you can do today. Never leave till tomorrow what you can do today. I don't think that's really a good idea. I think some things should be left till tomorrow. Other things can be done today. The most important thing you can do today is smell the flowers. Did you smell them yesterday? Did you pass any flowers in your walking? Did you smell them? Just as I thought. And what are you going to do today? Are you going to stop and smell the flowers? When are you going to smell the flowers? Do you know how amazing irises smell? They are amazing. And how about daffodils? Daffodils should be planted at, you know, this height so that as you walk by you can smell them. They should not be planted way down there where you have to kneel on the ground to get a good smell of them. Do you know that if you draft behind trucks, it makes them go slower? Or it makes them use more gas? Barely significantly. Alright, I'm going to leave you now. I feel like singing. Do you feel like singing? All night, all day, angels watching over me, my Lord. All night, all day, angels watching over me. Now I lay me down to sleep, the Lord, angels watching over me, my Lord. There's like Norman again. Pray the Lord my soul to keep, angels watching over me. Angels. That was a song we sang at Camp Echoey. How long it takes. I'm going to be there at 1:06 according to this. Oh, this is such a beautiful lake, Lake Norman. I'm going to turn you just a little bit. Maybe you can see it as we cross the bridge. We're on the bridge. Sur le pont d'Avignon, on y danse, sur le pont d'Avignon, on y danse, sur Mecklenburg County. Do you know that Mecklenburg is a place in East Germany? My ancestors came from Mecklenburg, East Germany. Davidson College is right here on Lake Norman. Wow, I bet you would want to go kayaking and study sitting in your kayak. That's what I would do if I were going to Davidson University on Lake Norman. I would get out my kayak, put it in the water, have my textbooks in a dry bag at my feet. I would get out there somewhere, I would put in my paddle, I would take out my dry bag and remove my books, lean back, put my legs up on the front of the kayak, and study. I could study really well that way. Did you know there's a new university online? It's called MOOC. I have no idea what it stands for now, but that's what it is. And you can take courses for free. It says you can get a degree from Harvard for free. Why would you pay for an education anymore? I think it's amazing. I'm going to do it. Except I need 2 more courses of electives from the University of Waterloo to get my degree. I do, yes I do. I never got my degree. A BA almost. I quit school so many times and went traveling. I think I went to university 5 times. And 6 times. And I only got, I need 2 more credits to graduate. From the University of Waterloo. They accepted a transcript for all of my credits. And I took a bunch of courses there. I went to school at the University of Georgia. I'm sure this is very interesting to all of you. It's interesting to me. I like to talk. I could talk the hind leg off a mule. Mary once said to me, I said, wild horses couldn't drag it from me, was a quote from Anne of Green Gables. And Mary said, oh, that's great. Don't tell anybody. I want to use it. And I said, wild horses couldn't drag it from me. Well, they could, you know. Torture. So it is now 19 degrees at 9 o'clock in the morning, 18 miles north of Charlotte. Well, Marianne, I'm not coming to see you. I hope that's okay. Maybe I should phone you just in case you want me to come. Concord. Hey, that's where you used to live, Dina, before you moved far to south of Florida. Lake Norman. Lake Norman is very big. It winds all around everywhere. There's a lot of traffic on this road, isn't there? Mucho tráfico. See that pretty greenery? No, I guess you can't. There's the pretty greenery. At breakfast this morning at the hotel, I went to the car. I went out the back door, went to the car and put my stuff in, and then I went around to the front and went in to have breakfast. Well, you know, the people at the desk have never seen you. They don't know who you are. And I just walked in off the street, right? I mean, I walked in from the parking lot with mine. And I came in, and I went and browsed the breakfast and had some, and I left. Now, what was to stop somebody off the street from doing that? Just go to a Holiday Inn or a Marriott or whatever. And walk in off the street and have breakfast. Would they ever ask you? Would they catch you? Would they charge you if they found out that you had just stolen breakfast? I was thinking about doing an article about that. I could do some research. I could go to many different hotels, walk in and have breakfast, and make notes of whether they noticed who I was or not. Or asked for any identification or my room key. But, you know, it's stealing, so I couldn't really do that. But I thought that would be interesting. Terrible thing to say on YouTube. Terrible, just terrible. Oh, whoops, somebody's slowing down. These people, they get so crowded together. Sure is pretty here. Down in the south. I always go home by this time. I'll spend the winter with my mother and then go home. But now I'm going down at this time of year. It's very nice. And you know, my life will be very useful while I'm with my mother. I just hope I can move. I hope my back doesn't hurt. You know, taking care of my mom is a lot of hard work. She needs to have her laundry done. She needs the laundry taken back upstairs. She needs to have meals. She needs me to go get her a million things. Like, could you get me a glass of water? Could you get me some of this, some of that? This is kind of cold. Could you heat it up for me? I'm getting kind of hungry. It's a lot of work. Plus, she uses a walker. If we go somewhere, I need to take the walker in the car, so I have to put the walker in the car. I have this big, huge thing in the back of the car, though. But I think there's room for her walker behind it. We just can't have any extras. We have to have a back seat. Anyway. So this is North Carolina. It's still the South in North Carolina. It's very pretty here. It's not like Virginia with all those beautiful rolling mountains, hills. I enjoyed sitting in rest areas and playing my violin. That was really nice. Well, I'm gonna let you go. This is I-85. Welcome to I-85. Traffic is actually very light right now. Isn't this awful? I really don't like this traffic. I think I'm going to get off on US 29. Take the back roads at Anderson. Seems like I know one of you in Anderson. I forget who it is. Anyway, yes indeed, 29 will take me to Athens. I think I'm just too tired of all this confusion on this road. Have had, you know, the speed limit is a lot lower than the slowest people on the road. Oh, I'm supposed to be over there. There we go. Oh yes, this is going to be much better. Now I'll get to see Georgia instead of all the back of all those trucks. I'm ready for a break. I think I need to just get out and go for a walk or something.
Continue 2.6 kilometers, then take ramp on right to South Carolina 8.
I don't think so. I think we're gonna go this way, dear. US 29 will take me there. So the temperature is now 20 Celsius, which is 65, I think. 20, 40, 32, 72. I don't think it's quite that warm. I think it might be 70 or 68. Or 69. I don't know what it is. Forget it. Boy, this is much nicer. Oh my gosh, that was just too much traffic.
In 1.5 kilometers, take ramp on right to South Carolina 8, then take ramp ahead.
Not gonna. I'd rather be taking a windy little back road, you know. So it's 11:30 this morning. Gee, I feel like I'm going so slow after going so fast. You know, they did a study on breast cancer and they found out that there's hundreds of chemicals.
Take ramp on right to South Carolina 8, then take ramp ahead.
What will give you problems? A lot of chemicals will cause breast cancer or have caused it in rats. Several hundred chemicals. And one of the big ones is gasoline fumes. Hey look, a little pond over there. Maybe now I can open my windows. Way too fumy out there on the highway. There's just a lot of cars here too.
Turn left on Ballard Road.
do take up the pavement here, just like they do at home. I've never seen that before. I wasn't sure if they did it.
Turn right on road to Cherokee Road.